Hey family, it's Carla. Today we're making pickles. So I have here some freshly grown cucumbers from a family friend's garden, as well as some apple cider vinegar and regular vinegar. Today I'm going to use apple cider, along with sugar, dill, ground mustard, black peppercorns, salt, and red pepper flakes for a little bit of spice. I'm making two types of pickles today, regular dill and then bread and butter. Let's do this. I'm going to start by quartering my cucumbers. Place them in the jar, and if they're too long, go ahead and cut off the ends to make it whatever height it needs to be to fit the jar. I'll continue with the other cucumbers. I'm using about 2 to 4 for this recipe. So for the first jar, I'm using about 1 cucumber and a half, and the second one, I think I'll be able to fit 2 cucumbers in that jar. I want to add some garlic to my bread and butter pickle, so I'll use the simple technique of taking the garlic, crushing it with the back of a knife. Go ahead and add about 2 cloves. I'll chop them up if I need to make them smaller. In a medium-sized pan, I'm going to bring 1 cup of vinegar to a boil, along with 1 tablespoon of mustard seed or mustard powder. Today I'm using mustard powder because that's what I have on hand. Either will do. As well as 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of salt. And I'm adding in peppercorns that I'm grinding. You can add whole peppercorns, 1 tablespoon. In addition to that, I love the spice in a pickle, so I'm going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes, and that's about 1 teaspoon. Stir it all up and let it come to a boil, which will take about a minute. Once it's boiled, pour the liquid over your cucumbers and then add water to fill the jar up to the top. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of dill. You can use fresh dill or dried dill. I'm using dried dill because, again, that's what I have on hand. Either one is fine. Once you're finished with that, go ahead and cap off your jar. Shake it up and let it sit on the counter until it's cooled off and ready to go in the refrigerator. Now it's time for the bread and butter pickles. I'm going to omit the dill for this recipe, but add 1/2 to 1/4 cup of sugar, as well as 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Now again, you're going to leave this in your refrigerator for about a week, and your pickles will be ready. You can probably eat them after 1 day in the refrigerator, but they won't have that signature pickle flavor. They won't have broken down by that time. So the longer you leave it in the refrigerator, the more intense the flavor gets. But they are good for 6 to 8 weeks in your refrigerator. Hey family, so I just finished the pickles. I have here 2 different kinds like I promised. I have the traditional dill, which I've made some last week, and I'm going to try that first. And we've been eating on these, like I said, the last week or so, and they're very good. As you can see, it still has that pickle crunch to it. And all that flavor from the dill and the red pepper is really coming through. I love these because I like the spice. If you don't like a lot of spice, go ahead and lower the spice level and put less, or just put none at all. And then my second option I have is the bread and butter pickles, which I've added about a half cup of sugar, as well as about a teaspoon of turmeric, so that I can get that classic bread and butter look and taste. I think you're gonna enjoy these. 4 cucumbers, simple ingredients you have at home already, and you can make pickles.